Hello, my Ali Pallies, and thank you for joining me today. And just before I came on, my concealer decided to start running down my face because I got some hairspray in my eyes. So do excuse me. Otherwise, it was looking perfect. Isn't that just so annoying? Anyway, enough moaning. I'm so glad you could join me today because look what's just arrived and I haven't even opened it. And another box here. So let's get going, shall we? You know what this is. It's in the title. Okay, shall we open this? I never want to open her boxes because they just look so lovely, but I will. So, a lot of you were asking if I was going to be reviewing some of the items. So this is what I got. Let's see what's in the box. And I love these boxes. They've been lifesaver for me because I store all my makeup in them at the moment. So lovely tissue. I just love the experience of opening a new Charlotte Tilbury parcel. It always feels like Christmas, but particularly as these are Christmas previews. So here is what I got from the collection. I got a pair of the false eyelashes and I got them in the cat eye corner lash because I thought that the fact that they were longer at the sides might be better for us hoodies. So I can't wait to try those. And then, all very well and bubble wrapped, I have got the two palettes. Let's open this and we have I didn't get the I've forgotten what they're called, Superstar lips in the new colours because the ones that are out look quite similar to ones I already have. And as you know, I've got a lot of lipsticks, but I can never resist palettes. So I got the Instant Look in a palette. I cannot wait to try this. And look at the front there. So again, this is a box that I will keep. I always keep the boxes when they come in different packaging, not her regular packaging, but I always keep the special edition packaging because I'm a collector and I like to do that. And then in the same packaging, the luxury palette of pops in Celestial Eyes. So we'll do a quick swatch of both of these sets and then I'm going to do a look using the Instant Look in a palette, and if I can, I'll put some pop shades on as well. All right, let's get going. Okay, so let's open up this palette. Again, the front, look at that. Oh, so pretty. I love all the stuff. And here is the Instant Look in a palette. Now, what I will do, probably on my live actually, is I'm going to do a comparison between her other three Instant Look in a palette. Correction, other four Instant Look in a palettes. Probably the first one I should have thrown out long ago, but I keep them and they still smell fine. So anyway, here is the Instant Look in a palette, and I would say that the nearest one is Beauty Glow. Let me just do some swatches of that. So first on in we have number one, the Eye Brighten, and I'm going to just swatch this on this arm here. So let's just do that here. And I've got my burgundy nails on all ready to go. So that is the Eye Brighten. Now I've got my strip light on, my ring light, but it doesn't look brilliant lighting, but don't worry, I'll take a photograph in a second. Okay, so that is the Eye Brighten. She doesn't call it Prime this time. And then she's got Eye Enhance, which again looks beautiful. It's a shimmer shade, but it's not, it's more satin than shimmer. So again, I think you could get away with that if you're a hoodie. And then the Eye Smoke, and I just love the look of this smoke. And I think that's what makes this one stand out from the others that have gone before. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now, if I was likening this to any of the eyeshadow quads, I would say that this is like Walk of Shame a little bit. And a little bit Dreamgasm, that middle one. But I think that this is quite different from I know when you look at it all together, it kind of, oh, Charlotte, warm shades, but I don't think, possibly again a bit vintage vamp, but there's nothing quite like it. She's managed to do a variation. So those are the eyeshadows there. And then I'm going to swatch you the 2 blush shades. So first of all, we have the Swish, which is here. Now, I wonder, the Swish and the Pop. This looks like it could be, and I'm going to do a comparison tomorrow. The Swish looks very like the Swish in Pillow Talk, but I think the Pop shade is a lot lighter and pinker than Pillow Talk Cheek to Chic. Okay, so it's beautiful anyway, really beautiful. And then we have the bronze shade. Now the bronze shade doesn't look that dark actually, but we shall see. It looks quite warm toned. As you can see, it looks quite warm toned, so you might need to be careful if you're using this as a sculpt shade, because there's quite a bit of warmth in that. When you use sculpt shades, you're better using something a little bit more neutral, and this looks a little bit more on the orange bronzy side, but we shall try it anyway. And then the highlight shade, which is beautiful again. Lovely champagne colour. So I'm just going to take a photograph of all of those in a better light, and I'll be right back. Okay, so next on in, we're going to have a look at this palette of Pops. And let's take it out of the box. Should have done that before I came on, shouldn't I? But never mind, I'm just so excited. I can't think straight. I really am excited about these colours because, as you know, I love burgundies and plums. And I think this is going to go very nicely with the Instant Look in a palette. So here we have the front of the Instant palette of Pops. Again, look at that. Really, really glossy. Seems glossier than her other ones. Just really light reflective there. And then we open it up and we have the Pop shades. And having really loved the recent Pillow Talk palette of Pops release, I'm so looking forward to trying this on its own. But today I'm going to do a look with the Instant Look in a palette. But let me just swatch these for you first. So first on in, can't wait, we have the Prime shade. Is she calling them Prime Enhance? Yes, she's still calling them that. So there it is on my finger. So it's kind of a duochrome gold and pink. So I'm just going to swatch that here. Let me just do, now these are the ones that need to warm up a little bit on your fingers. And again, the light's quite poor. But as you can see, when I turn my arm, can you see how, let me just do that on the back of my hand, that as you turn your hand, it goes from pink to gold. It's kind of duochrome. It's really pretty, really pretty. And then we have the Enhanced shade. Again, just warming it up with my fingers. Oh, that's lovely. Sorry, I'm out of shot. It's like, I would describe that as a dark version of rose gold. So it's sort of a bronzy, rosy colour. Really pretty. Again, it's got a kind of pink, sparkly overtone to it. And then we have the Smoke shade, which and it feels so creamy on the fingers. Look at that. Oh, I love this. I can't wait. I'm really excited about this one. Look at that. That is super pigmented. and really pretty for smoking up the eyes at Christmas. Lovely burgundy, bronzy. Oh, I can't wait, can't wait. And then finally, as if that wasn't enough, this looks superb. I'm just wiping my fingers a minute so I don't contaminate the colour. We have the Pop Pop, and boy is this a Pop Pop. Again, feels super smooth to touch, and it is a coppery gold. Oh, that is just stunning. I am in love. I am really in love with that. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Love it, I love it, I love it. So let's get going, because as usual, it's the afternoon. I have to go and pick up my son soon. So I'll put the swatches here and then we'll get on and do a look, shall we? Okay, so I've done my foundation. As I said, I've done my concealer. I'm not going to touch it right now because something got in my eye, made my eye water, but I'm going to clean that up at the end. And I've left the rest. I haven't done any bronzer or anything because that's in the Instant Look in a palette. I'm going to do a look today using this. I might put one of the pops from the palette of pops over the top. And then tomorrow when I do my live, as well as comparing the different Instant Look in a palettes for you, I'm going to do what I did last time with the Pillow Talk palette of pops, which is I'm going to do a look just using the palette of pops. So if you want to see that, tune in for my live on, yeah, tomorrow. I suddenly thought, what's the day? But yes, tomorrow, Wednesday. Okay, so first on in, I'm going to go in with this Eye Brighten, and I'm going to put this, once I manage to stop my concealer creasing, that's better. I'm going to go in with the Eye Brighten shade. I love these type of shades. It's a beautiful champagne colour. It looks slightly, as I'm putting it on, it looks slightly as though it's got a very slight cool undertone. Although it looks warm, it's sort of got it almost looks lilac on my skin tone. Can you see what I mean about that? Let me just show you what I mean. When you look at it in the pan, it looks sort of pinky champagne coloured, but on my lids it looks like it could almost be lilac. Oh, this is gorgeous. And then I'm going to go in with the enhanced shade, and I'm going to take that on the outer corner and up into the socket. Now, you may feel a bit scared of this if you're fairer skinned, but don't be, because they're super blendable and buildable. So for my skin tone, I can build it up, but it is, as I'm putting it on, it's not going on too heavily. When you see that in the pan, it could be a little bit off-putting, but that's actually how it's going on. So don't be put off if you're fair-skinned and you think that this is going to look too dark. If you're my skin, you can build it up. If you're fair-skinned, it still looks fine. I'm going to take a little bit of that underneath with my smudge brush, like so. And then I'm going to take my smudge brush, because I'm feeling brave, and I'm going to take this matte. And I love the fact that she's got a lovely dark matte smoke shade, which is so good, and it's burgundy, which is my favourite colour. I think this could overtake my favourite Instant Look in a palette, which is Beauty Glow, because these are just my colours. It does remind me a lot of Vintage Vamp. Right, I'm just placing it, and then I'm going to blend it with the blending brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of that underneath as well. And then I'll do the other side quickly. Okay, now before I finish off the eyes, I'm just going to wipe down that smudge brush, and I'm going to take the prime shade and I'm just going to pop some of that in there and under my brows. You could, of course, use the highlighter, but I'm going to use this. Okay, I'm just going to do some eyeliner and mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm not going to put the eyelashes in until the end of this video because I'm going to pick my son up in a minute and I don't want to set my eyes off watering just in case. I'm going to let them calm down a bit. But next on in, I'm going to go in and I will be coming back to the eyes to use a pop shade in a minute. I've just put on some Elizabeth Violet Rock and Coal. I've put a little bit of eye cheat on and some full fat lashes. And now I'm going to go in and I want to see whether this bronzer, what this bronzer does in terms of whether it would work as a sculpt shade. Because I think it's a bit too orangey, but maybe not. Maybe not on my skin tone. Be careful if you're fair. I would stick to using this as a bronzer. I think I can get away with using it just as a sculpt shade, but I think this is a better bronzer than it is a sculpt shade. But very good for the winter when you need a bit of a pep up. Now I'm just going to take out my bronzer brush, which I haven't got. I'll be right back. Okay, now a bit of a bronzer. Yeah, this is better as a bronzer. A lot better. Very nice bronzer. And it's not too pale on me at all. Just go easy if you're fair skinned because of it's got quite an orange undertone to it, which is lovely. It will give you a tan, but just be careful. Okay, and then I'm going to use the Swish and Pop blush, and I need to get another brush. Sorry about this, guys. Okay, I've got Charlotte's blush brush, and I'm going to do the Swish. Which is more of a brightening. It's almost a highlighter again. It reminds me a lot of the Pillow Talk Pop, actually. Lovely. And then the Pop shade, which is very, very pigmented. They're both coming off quite quickly onto the brush, so be very careful that you dab on the back of your hand when you're using these shades because they're coming off like that, which is fine, but there's a danger that you could overdo it a bit. And then finally, the highlighter. I want to see this highlighter. And again, that's coming off quite a lot. That's very pretty. This will suit fair skin. It's quite a cool toned highlighter. So it will suit you if you've got fair skin, if you've got blue eyes. It's fine on me, it shows up. But I tend to like the ones a bit more that I've got a bit more of a gold undertone to them because of my skin tone. But it works. Okay, so that is the Instant Look in palette. And now I'm just going to go over with one of these pop shades. And the question is, which one shall I use? And I think I'd love to go and try the gold. But as I'm going to do the school run, I'm going to go in with this one. And and try this one just on my mobile lid. So this is the prime shade. It is so beautiful, this, because it does look, you turn your eye one way, can you see that? And it looks purple, and you turn it the other, and it looks pink. It's such an interesting pop shade. I don't know if the camera can pick up on that, but you turn it one way and you can see the gold undertone, and you look this way and you can see the purple. Very, very pretty indeed. And just because I'm dying to try some of this smoke shade here, I just pop a bit of that on the outer corner just to smoke this out a bit. Oh, lovely. Really beautiful. I'm going to be using this so much over Christmas. I love it. I love it. If you love vintage vamp, these two items are a must. So I'm just going to finish off with some lipstick, and I will be right back and tell you what I used. Okay, as this look reminds me so much of the vintage vamp, I'm going to use Savage Rose, and then I'm going to use Night Crimson. Now, I'm just going to blot this to take it down a bit so that it doesn't look as vampy. And that, for me, is a lot better. And so that is my look, guys. I'm really loving this. I'll take a photograph. Now, the other thing that I got from Charlotte Tilbury, I didn't need skincare, but I wanted the Slip Silk eye mask. And I need to show you this. I'm not going to touch it in case I've got bits of makeup still on my hands. But let me just show you what this looks like. So it's a set. I've been wanting this mask ever since I saw it at the event. And it says on it, Magic Dreams. But it comes in a set with magic cream in 30 mils and a small night cream, which I'm just going to have to store and not use for a while. But I just had to get this mask. It's made by 100% silk. It's made by Slip Silk, and they've made them for Charlotte Tilbury. You'll have seen a picture of it when I went and did my visit, and I did a preview, and it was part of that little slideshow when I met Charlotte. It is really lovely. As I say, I'm not going to touch it right now because I've got loads of makeup on and I don't want to stain it with all my makeup. But it's infused, yes, I can smell it, with lavender to help you sleep, which is definitely something I need. So that's that. I'm going to go and pick up Jack, and I'll be right back to try on these lashes before I say goodbye to you all. So I'll see you in a minute. Take care. Hi there, I'm back and I've picked up Jack. Now let me just show you this a little bit more now, because I haven't got makeup all over my fingers and I've washed my hands. So this is a set. It's a beautiful gift that you can get for Christmas. As I said, I had loads of magic cream, and I did wonder if there was some kind of DVD in there or something, the way they've done it, but it actually, there's nothing like that. And then you have a box that comes out like so, and then you have a small size of the night cream, so that is worth £35 worth of night cream, and then 30 mils of magic cream, which is worth £50. And then that's kind of the middle size. She does a middle size now. And then the Slip Silk mask. Now, I know that this is made by Slip Silk. It's a collaboration with Slip Silk. Now, if you go onto Slip Silk's website and you buy one of these masks separately, it costs £50. Now, the whole set is £75. Now, I really didn't want to get more magic cream and stuff. I've got it, but I had to get this mask. I've wanted it ever since I saw it at the event. Look at that, Magic Dreams. Pure silk, smells of lavender inside, and I'm not going to put it on now, as I said, because I'll get makeup all over it, but I can't wait to use that. I just think it feels so beautiful. Now, there are some benefits to wearing a pure silk eye mask in bed. It helps to absorb skincare. It doesn't absorb into the silk, it absorbs into your skin, stops your skincare rubbing off, and there's certain benefits of silk. I'll let you know whether I think that that's true when I've used it for a few nights. I'm going to do my skincare tonight and make sure, and then put this on and see if I have some magic dreams. I just love it. Oh, I so love it. And I've been wanting one for so long, but so indulgent. I really wish, though, that she brought that out so that you could buy it separately. But you have to buy it in the kit. The only thing that I thought was a little bit, these are really nicely presented in the box, but the way that this came was kind of stuffed in there like that. It just, I don't know. I think they could have actually presented the mask in a bit of a better way. Maybe, I don't know, had it so that it was like this on the box. And I know that sounds a bit like I'm quibbling, but if you're giving this as a gift, something like if it had been like that over the top, but it was kind of stuffed in at the top there, like this. Let me just show you. They perhaps could have thought a little bit more about how they were going to package that so that as a gift, because that's quite an expensive gift to get someone, and I think they could have just thought about that design a little bit more. But I love the outside box. I think that's really cute, and it looks really special. So that is that set. And now I'm going to try out the lashes, which again I saw at the event, and I don't wear lashes a lot, and you know that I like my magnetic lashes that Pamela sent me, and I love those, but I tend to not use lashes unless I'm going out and there's a big event or whatever, except for the magnetic ones. I've used quite a bit since I've got them because they're so easy to apply. These ones come with their own glue, I understand. There we are. So there is glue and there is your lashes. Now, what does it say? Step 1, measure against your natural lash line. Step 2, trim false lashes to match your lash line. Step 3, apply glue along the edge of the false lash. Wait 30 seconds. Step 4, press false lashes onto the upper lash line. Step 5, secure with tweezers or fingers. Now, I'm not very good at putting lashes on, but I'm going to have a go. I'm just going to go off and measure these up against my eyes and make sure that they're trimmed down, and I'll be right back. And when I come back, I'll make sure I've turned my ring light on. Silly old me. Okay, I seem to have a very long lash line because I never seem to have to trim any lashes I get, but I'm not sure whether these are actually 3/4 length ones, but they seem quite short. I certainly didn't feel like I needed to trim them. Can you see those? So I've just taken out the glue. Now the glue comes in one of these little vials, which is not easy to get the lid off. I was trying to see whether or not it's a latex free, because there's a possibility that I have a latex allergy. But having said that, I have used glue before that does have latex in it. So I would say no, I've got more of a sensitivity than an allergy. So hopefully I should be okay. So I'm just gonna put some of this glue along the lash line. Okay, I tried this a minute ago, but someone called me and they wouldn't stick. So I'm going to put these on again, and I need to take these a bit further out in the corner here because I did not position them properly last time. So I've now got them in place, and I just need to make sure that they are stuck down. So I'm not really somebody to give you a tutorial on applying lashes because I'm not very good at it. But what I will say is that when you're putting on your lashes, you need to get your own lashes out the way. So look down and come in from above so that you don't hit your own lashes. And then you just need to make sure that they're stuck down. And that looks like they are done. I cannot get this corner to stick down very well, but that should do for now. So there, as I suspected, these are perfect for hoodies because they are covering the hood of the lid. So I'll do a close-up so you can see that. That's the lash on, and that's me without lashes. So they're just giving me, I love these. They are very good. They are not too severe. And these ones are the cat eye corner lash. So if you've got hooded lids, they really kind of elongate but cover up that hood a little bit, but they don't take away too much from the rest of the mobile lid. I think they suit my eye shape. So I'm just going to put the other one on. I'll take a photo of this and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This one's a bit wonky. I think I put it a bit too far over, but never mind, you get the point. And they do give you a lovely kind of flick out at the sides and elongate your eyes, but this is going to annoy me now. As I said, don't look at me for applying lashes tutorials because I'm rubbish at it. But I thought before I go, to finish off, I will use another pop shade on my mobile lid so that you can see what that looks like, and then I'll see you all tomorrow for a live. Okay, so I'm now going to pretend that I finished work and I'm going to amp this up for the night. So I'm going to put a bit more of this smoke shade on the outer corner of the pop palette, like so, just to build up the smoky eye. And then I'm going to use the gold because I can't wait to use that gold. So taking this gold shade here, I'm going to put that in here. Let me have another go. It's not warm enough yet. That's the thing with these pop shades. You do have to wait till your finger's a bit warm. There we are. That's better. And it will transform your look from day to night. I love those two colours together as well. I'm trying not to move my lashes. So there you have it. Some wonky lashes and the new palette of pops and the new instant looking palette with night crimson lipstick. And I'll probably put some gloss on with this, which I will do for the final photograph, and I'll see you all tomorrow. I've just taken one eyelash off and forgot, because I'm going to take them off. Forgot to give you a conclusion. What can I say? What is not to love about this collection? The lashes are £14, which are quite expensive compared to lashes you can get, obviously, in the drugstore. But they are comparative in price to MAC. So they're not really high end. They are they're MAC price. So I think they're quite reasonable, and they seem to be quite long lasting, and they come with a glue and plenty of glue. So I think they're good value. The instant look in a palette is just gorgeous. These are my shades I'm not going to tell you I don't like any of these, because it is the kind of shades that I love, and I know I'm going to wear a lot. I definitely think they're both worth it. I think the packaging is beautiful. I think the colours are beautiful. And I think that this palette of pops is just stunning. And I can't wait to show you a look just using that tomorrow. The instant look in a palette is going to get a lot of use, especially if you're going to parties at Christmas and you know, you want to put some makeup on in the day and then amp it up at night. I could have amped this up a lot more, but I left it as it was. And I think, yeah, you're just going to love it. What's there to say? I love, 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 love. And I love my mask. Just wish I didn't have to buy the skincare alongside it. Okay, this is just my personal grumble, because I got quite a bit of skincare sent to me by Charlotte Tilbury. But let's be fair about this. This set is actually incredibly good value if you consider that the slip silk masks to buy on their website are £50. The Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream that comes in this set is also worth £50. And the night cream that comes in it is £35. So you're getting £135 worth of product for £75. But there you go. Love it all. Hope you've enjoyed this video. See you all tomorrow. I'm sorry I forgot to do the conclusion. See you. Take care. Love you all, Ali Pallies. Bye-bye. Mwah.